I'm Jan Marino, and I want to welcome you to our program, Take the Lead with Jan Marino. And as you know, we focus on movers and shakers in the Chicagoland area, people who are taking the lead in their businesses, and also people who have the courage to go out and transform themselves and reinvent themselves. And so today we have Lynn Torre with us. And Lynn has been a connection of mine who I got back in touch with just recently because I know she's going through some really exciting changes and transformations. And recently she wrote a book of poetry called Dance of the Leaf. And she's a really good writer. And wait till you hear what else this woman does. Go.
Well, thanks, Jan, for having me. Well, to start, I'm a certified financial planner and investment advisor. That's been my real job for over 18 years now. And what I've been branching into is the role of a money coach. Because after being in finance for so many years, I was getting perplexed and frustrated both as to why women in particular were not following through with my recommendations about saving more, spending less, getting out of debt.
Yes.
And I really started delving into really first myself as to what was my story back in the day before I got into finance. And, you know, because I've had my own money stories and blah, 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 and I don't want to bore you with all that. But I started delving deeper into me and tying it into the women. After I got divorced and became single again, so many women were looking to be saved by Prince Charming. And I started digging deeper and deeper and deeper into that whole money mindset, I call it, or financial personality. So I've created or started a new business called Lynn Torre Associates that is all about helping women in particular improve their relationship with money and identifying their own sabotaging beliefs and behaviors around money.
That's great. So tell us a little bit about what you've discovered about the mindset, particularly of women, and this whole thing about Prince Charming, and isn't he always on a white horse?
Yeah, and he's always saving.
And he's
Unfortunately, he's always saving a woman who has a victim mentality.
Right.
So, well, I look at money from a couple of different perspectives, and where I really start people with is what is your perspective on money? Growing up, most of us heard negative comments about money. Money's the root of all evil. Money doesn't grow on trees. Oh, we're poor, we can't afford that. So we start out in our young lives being afraid of money. More often than not. We're told to never talk about it. You know, one phrase I use all the time is that money's a lot like sex. It's a very private and personal topic. We're told not to talk about it. In fact, we talk more about sex than we do about money. So
that's kind of no, that's not scary. That's good.
No, but it's true.
It's
too.
true.
Yeah, it's very true.
True.
So I first start off with, well, what's your perspective on money?
Right.
You know, how do you relate to money, or do you relate to money?
Right.
And I introduce people to money, sort of like on a first date.
Okay.
You know, money is merely a positive energy. Just look at it from that perspective. And its nemesis is debt, which is, of course, a negative energy. So don't blame money on your debt problems. Blame yourself on your debt problems.
Oh, that's interesting. That's a really interesting. So how has that been received, that message?
Eye-opening for people. Eye-opening. So then the next step I take is, okay, let me tell you what money does for a living. Sort of a first date concept. And money is merely a symbol of appreciation. It goes back to the old bartering days where it was an exchange in value, and you're thanking someone for what they're giving you, and in exchange giving you them money. So it's an exchange in value, or it's a symbol of appreciation. And money is called currency for a reason, because it's meant to flow.
Yeah.
And right now money's not flowing very well. But I do believe that once women improve their relationship with themselves and money, we can start getting money to flow into this economy.
So do you think that the issue that, or the challenge that we have with money as women is because we have problems with our self-worth? Is that what we're talking about? Because that's what I'm hearing.
Absolutely. And that's what I was discovering about myself.
Right.
I realized I had grown up with major self-worth issues. It wasn't good enough. I wasn't deserving. And that's at the heart of all of it.
Right.
And women are so good at giving.
Right.
but we're not very good at receiving,
No, we're not.
which is the final piece of that equation. So once we start believing in ourselves and believe we're deserving and worthy and charge a fair value for what we do as female
Exactly.
entrepreneurs,
Exactly.
but then we have to be open to receive that money that comes
Right.
to us, and the clients and whatever.
About two years ago, I did a little exercise that I saw online, and the exercise was to take this blank check form and write it out to yourself, right? And okay, so I did that, and then you're supposed to hide it somewhere. So I hid it where I found it the other day, and the check was made out to myself for $500,000. And I thought, I think that's the universe telling me I'm going to make $500,000. And it's
time for
coming
you.
my way. It's time for me. And it was really a big eye-opener. Do you find that people go, I think we're almost afraid to put zeros behind those numbers. Oh, maybe 500. No, 5,000. No, 50,000. No, 500.
And we're so easy to discount.
Yeah.
So fast to give someone a
What
deal,
what's
if you will.
that about?
We undervalue ourselves. We undervalue ourselves.
Well, stop that.
There we go. Stop it is right.
So how do you get people to stop that?
Well, I first start the relationship piece,
Right.
but then I have a 100 questionnaire assessment that
Oh,
I
okay.
use because I use fairy tale characters as archetypes,
Okay.
if you will, for financial personalities.
Okay.
And so the assessment will tell the person taking it, as well as me as the coach, where are they in their belief system about themselves,
Okay.
their self-worth. And Cinderella is one of my characters. Goldilocks is my ideal character. She doesn't settle for less. She won't take it too hot or too cold.
Cool.
She wants it just right. And she takes care of our needs. She was cold, she was hungry, she went inside and found food and comfort and a bed and a roof over her head.
Mm-hmm.
So Goldilocks will not settle. One thing I've come to realize through the process of creating these characters and trying them out in beta tests is that any woman that is a Dorothy in their top four rankings
Right.
of financial
Right.
personalities is someone that will want to work with me. Because Dorothy is on the path.
Right.
She finds her heart, she finds her brain, she finds her courage.
Oh,
And she finds that the eyes
Very
hiding behind the
interesting.
curtain is just an illusion, that
Right.
it's all within her.
Right.
So she's on that journey of self-discovery.
And so tell us again the name of your company, how people can get a hold of you, and all that good stuff.
Name of the company is the same as my name, Lynn Torre Associates, www.lynntorre.com. You can reach me at lynn@lynntorre.com or at 630-858-8290.
Okay, one last question.
Mhm.
What is your one piece of advice? Because it's the holidays, and you know how that goes with self-worth and all that kind of thing. What is your one piece of advice, money-wise, for women,
Especially during the holidays.
especially during the holidays?
That it's okay to say no. It's okay to give less. And I've worked with a lot of grandmas, and we've worked very hard on telling your grandchildren or your children or whomever, you know what, it's not in my spending plan. I don't use the word budget.
Okay.
We don't want to do a diet, we don't want to do a budget.
No, we
But
don't.
what do we do with our money? We save it, we spend it, and we share it. So it's okay to say no. They're not going to love you any less. Just explain it's not in the spending plan this year. Not to not give, but
Right.
reduce the spending.
Right.
And please put that card away, the credit card.
Exactly.
Please, unless you know you can pay the bill in full
When it comes.
when you get it.
Yes. That's been a hard lesson to learn, boys and girls. Well, thank you very much,
Thank
Lynn.
you.
It was so good to see you.
You too. Thank you
And
for this
I know you're
opportunity.
writing another book.
Mhm. Motivating
And so-
Money Secrets.
Okay, Motivating Money Secrets. So we're going to have Lynn on again when she's published her book. So thank you very much. Talk to you later.